Hello, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone joining us today. Welcome to the third episode of Question Pro Academic webinar series. I'm Arun, your host, and I'm thrilled to have you all here. Joining me today as co hosts are Rutuja and Arindam from our academic global team. In today's session, we will kind of talk about qualitative data basics from collection to insightful analysis. In case you have missed our last episode, which focused on navigating the IRB process with QuestionPro, and we featured Dr. Mahesh Pillai from University of Toledo as our guest speaker. Don't worry, you can catch up anytime on the QuestionPro YouTube channel. This ep- Today's episode will also be available there after our session today. Let me briefly introduce you to myself. I'm Arun, here one of the academic advisors here at Question Pro. I've been a part of this amazing team for a little over a year ago, and it has been an incredibly rewarding journey to collaborate with brilliant researchers like yourself who are making a world a better place through your work. On a personal note, I am also a passionate motorcyclist. With that, I'm excited to welcome everyone. And Rutuja, over to you. Please introduce yourself. The mic is yours.
Thank you so much, Arun. So, fun fact about me, I have completed my dissertation just 8 months ago, and now I have been collaborating with universities majorly across the Europe to help them simplify their survey and research needs. So, through QuestionPro, I have been assisting students, researchers, and faculty members across the universities in the Europe. And apart from that, on a personal note, I'm really passionate about dancing. It is kind of a stress buster for me. It helps me to enhance my creativity and express my emotions and feelings. And other than that, I love traveling. I love to explore new places, meet new people, understand their culture, and know their stories. And well, I'm a big foodie, so I love exploring new cuisines. So that's about me.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that lovely introduction, Rutuja. Let's hear about Arindam.
Thanks, Arun. And so here, my name is Arindam. I just recently joined this organization and specifically handling academics. It's a new portfolio for me. Earlier, I'm handling some other different industries, but coming to academics is something very new. It's very learning from other universities. If I talk about beyond my professional role, I love photography and traveling, and because I think creativity should be there in every person, in everyone's life, and this is something which I have captured. And if apart from photography and traveling, I love reading books. That's give me a kind of a peace, give me a new thing to understand and deep dive. So that's all from my end.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for that lovely introduction, Arindam. Seems like I'll have to invite you on my rides. We do definitely need photographers.
Sure, sure.
Wonderful. Awesome. With that being said, let's get into our business today. So we'll be talking about, understanding the role of qualitative research in the in academic studies, and we will also do a deep dive into the differences between a qualitative study and a quantitative research methods. Right? When we talk about qualitative and quantitative research methods, we also need to understand how the data is being collected. So we will also touch base on to key data collection methods and also the analysis techniques itself. And also we will learn a few best practices and tools to ensure our research is ethical. Okay. That being said, let's understand more about qualitative research from Rutuja.
Okay, thanks. So, unlike quantitative research, which emphasizes numbers and statistical analysis, qualitative research seeks to explore the meaning, experiences, and motivations behind people's behaviors, thoughts, actions, and opinions. So, basically, qualitative research is like being a detective, but instead of solving crimes, you are uncovering the hidden stories and feelings and experiences of people. So it's all about asking open ended questions, diving deep into conversations, and understanding the why and how behind the human behavior, providing context and insights that cannot be captured by purely quantitative methods. So, qualitative research is ideal for exploring complex issues that cannot be easily quantified, such as beliefs, emotions, or cultural practices. And on the other side, qualitative research often contributes to the development of new theories and concepts, particularly in areas where little prior research exists. So, it provides the foundation for further investigation and hypothesis formation. So, moving on to the role of quantitative research in academic studies. So, in academia, this method is especially powerful because it provides context and depth to the findings, enriching our understanding for complex issues. So, I would like to state a use case from my experience. Being in touch with psychology technicians and psychology professors from universities across the Europe. So they are using qualitative interviews to explore how different stressors like financial pressure or academic expectations impact the mental health of the students. Okay, so in today's fast evolving world where academic work is increasingly tied to like real world impact, qualitative research offers the ability to connect research to human stories. So it's now not just about observing trends, it's about giving voice to the people behind them and generating insights that can spark actionable change. So now talking about, talking from a student's perspective, this method not only enhances critical thinking but also builds empathy and understanding, crucial traits for addressing the challenges of our diverse and dynamic world. Okay, so now moving on to the next slide, Arun. When it comes to qualitative research, or for that matter, any kind of research, the richness of insights lies in the methods we use to collect data, correct? So, the key methods for qualitative research are, first of all, interviews, which is perhaps the most direct method. They allow us to have open ended, in depth conversations where participants can share their thoughts, emotions, and stories in their own words. Whether structured, semi structured, or unstructured, interviews provide a unique window into personal experiences that numbers alone cannot capture. Then we have focus groups, which bring together participants to discuss specific topic. The group dynamic here is fascinating because it often reveals collective insights and diverse perspectives that wouldn't surface in individual interviews. People build on each other's ideas, sparking a dialogue that uncovers shared experiences or contrasting viewpoints. And moving on into the next phase, we have observations that take us out of the conversation and into the real world. By immersing ourselves in natural settings, we can watch behaviors, interactions, and routines as they unfold. This method is crucial when what people do may differ from what they say they do. So there's a gap often illuminated through observation. And finally, we have document or artifact analysis, which gives us a way to examine written or visual materials like diaries, photographs, policies, or even cultural artifacts. These pieces tells us a story of their own, providing historical and contextual depth that enrich our understanding of the subject. So basically, what ties all these methods together is their ability to go beyond surface level data. They allow us to experience and explore the human nature, uncover hidden patterns, and gain insights that truly matter. So that's it from my side.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for this lovely insight, Rutuja. Now let's take a dig into the best practices in data collection. Right now, I have divided this into three. First is the designing protocols and building trust and ethical consideration. So, first, let's talk about designing protocols. The importance of having a structured process, it cannot be overstated. Now, protocols provide a roadmap that ensures consistency across data collection efforts. This consistency is crucial for the reliability of your data. However, it's equally important to remain adaptable, right? Now, each participant may come from a different context, and being able to adjust your approach to fit their unique situation can lead to more authentic and valuable insight. Now, just to be, give you an insight, me, Arundam, and Rutuja, we are in the same global team, global academic team of Question Pro. However, we all come from three different geographies within the India itself. So we have a different cultural backgrounds, right? So it will make sense if we adapt to that. And when you share or collect responses from us, it's going to be more valuable and insights. For example, let's just say if you're conducting interviews, right? Having a structured set of questions is great, but being able to follow up on interesting points or uh, maybe explore unexpected topics that arise during the conversation provide a depth that a rigid structure might miss. So while structure is important for consistency, adaptability is key for depth and richness. And your let's talk a little about building trust as well, right? Next, uh, it's to establish a rapport with your participants. It is essential for collecting high quality data. When participants feel comfortable and trust you, they are more likely to open up and share honestly. I would like to, take a point here on if any of you are from uh, the Sheldon Nation or if you follow Sheldonate. In Young Sheldon, there is an episode wherein he and Missy goes for a research project themselves, right? The way they open up, the way they were able to build or a rapport between the researcher and Missy and Sheldon themselves, it's quite impressive. Though it happened the other way around, but it is still effective, right? That's how when participants uh, feel comfortable, and then they will trust you. Like I said, they will open up and they will share honestly. Now, there are several techniques to help build this, right? Build this trust. Now, start by being genuinely interested in your participants, their experiences, and their perspectives. Active listening is also a powerful tool here. Now, showing that you are listening attentively and valuing what they say, it kind of encourages them to share more. Also, being transparent about the purpose of your research and how the data will be used can help participants feel more at ease. Now, additionally, consider the setting of your data collection. A comfortable and a private environment can make a big difference in how much participant is willing to share. Remember, trust is built over time. So be patient and consistent in your efforts. Now, in today's setting, if we are sending out all the surveys, right, in a platform. So Question Pro helps researchers like yours to help collect data and also to help provide you with participant for your study. How would you build those trust? How would you make your participant open up on your survey? Which is why they will open up more by providing a detailed information on the informed consent itself, and also by letting them know that their responses will be kept anonymous. We have a feature called as respondent anonymity assurance, which assures your participant that their whatever input they are giving for your research will be kept anonymous, right? Now, talk about ethical consideration, right? Ethical consideration is a foundational to any qualitative research. One of the primary ethical principles, like I said, it is the informed consent, which is why we have our IRB board, right? So Please do check out our Question Pro YouTube channel for the previous episode, wherein Mahesh Pillai had shared a very immense knowledge throughout his entire career, as he's the director for the IRB board of University of Toledo. So please do check that out. Now, coming back to our topic, participants should be fully aware of what the study involves, what their participation entails, and are there any potential risk or not. This means providing clear and comprehensive information before they agree to participate. Confish- uh, like I said, confidentiality is another critical aspect. Participants must trust that the information they share will be kept confidential and used responsibly. This not only protects their privacy, but also encourages more honest and open sharing, right? Make sure to anonymize data where possible and store it securely to prevent unauthorized access. You can use QuestionPro to do all that. So it is also important to be respectful and considerate throughout your interactions with your participants. Ethical research practices not only protect participants, but also enhance the credibility and validity of your data. To kind of sum it up, best practices in qualitative data collection, it kind of revolves around thoughtful and structured protocols, building and maintaining trust with participants, and adhering to strict ethical standards. By focusing on these areas, you can collect richer, more reliable data that will provide deeper insights for your research. Now, let's hear about qualitative data analysis and the nicks around, nitty-gritties around that from Arindam.
Thanks, Arun, and it's a good insight from Rituja about already she had laid a foundation of how what is exactly the qualitative research is, what's the best practice by Arun. Now it comes to how we can analyze data, qualitative data. So we have categorized into three parts. The first, like, it's coding techniques, frameworks, and then identifying patterns. So to start with the coding technique, so here at Question Pro, we make it easy to gather and analyze data from surveys, interviews, and other sources. So today, we'll look at how to uncover patterns and themes in your data using simple techniques and Question Pro tools. The goal is to turn your raw data into meaningful insights. So one of the first step in analyzing qualitative data is organizing it, and this is where coding comes. So coding is like you're organizing your closet. You take all the information just like your clothes, sort it in categories that make sense. So we have categorized coding into three parts, like the open coding, the axial, and the selective coding. So let's understand what exactly these things mean. So open coding is break down the data into smaller parts by labeling significant words, phrases, or sentences. That's simple as open coding. So with Question Pro, open coding becomes straightforward. Like, the platform allows you to review open text responses and tag pieces of information with relevant labels. For example, if customer mentioned quick response in the feedback, you can create a tag called fast service. Similarly, phrases like difficult to navigate can be tagged as usability issues. So this platform intuitive tagging system ensures that you capture as many codes as possible during this exploratory phase without needing to switch between the tools. The next is the axial coding. It is like connect and group the open codes, what we have discussed right now, into broader categories or themes to find relationship between them. So once you have tagged responses during open coding, so QuestionPro allows you to group similar tags into broader categories. Let's understand with an example, like tags like fast service, friendly staff, can be combined under the theme positive customer experience. Similarly, confusing interface and slow navigation might fall under usability issues. So that's how you can tag these things. And this platform gives you the ability to visualize relationship between tags and categories, which makes Excel coding intuitive. The third one is the selective coding. So it's like develop a central theme or storyline that ties the categories together and provides a core understanding of the data. So finally, in the selective coding phase, you use the insights from QuestionPro's categorized data to identify a central idea. So, for instance, if your customers' feedback analysis shows recurring themes around usability and support, the core insight might be enhancing usability and service drives customer loyalty. So, it's QuestionPro's reporting features allows you to integrate these themes into a cohesive narrative supported by data visualization, ensuring that the insights are clear and actionable. Now we'll understand the tools for manual and digital coding. So what is manual coding? Let's first understand this thing. So manual coding is traditional way of analyzing qualitative data. It involves physically or digitally mark up your text, such as transcripts, field notes, or open-ended surveys. So when to use this manual coding? It's basically used for smaller data sets. Great if you can want to immerse yourself into data. Encourages a hands-on approach which can help in understanding nuanced responses. So what are the tools used for manual coding? Mostly digital documents like Microsoft Word or Google Docs, which allows you to use comments, highlight text, and organize codes. On the other hand, digital coding, it streamlined the code process specifically for larger data sets or complex projects. So these tools help to organize, analyze, and visualize the data more efficiently. So it is basically used when it forms the large data sets or with many participants. It is useful when working in a team as it supports collaboration, and it helps with advanced analysis like identifying patterns, relationships, or trends. So here in QuestionPro, we have like Insight Hub, which upload your qualitative data from different surveys, interviews, or focus group. Uh, it has the ability which is have built-in feature for tagging, categorizing, analyzing responses, and it also do the sentiment analysis to identify positive, neutral, and negative tones. So what's the outcome? So I'll suggest make most of the digital coding with QuestionPro because it offers features like text analysis, sentiment analysis, and tagging to simplify your codes. You can also use it for collaboration tools to work with your team on coding and analysis in real time. Next comes the framework. So we have two things in framework. One is called the grounded theory, and the second is the narrative analysis. So what is grounded theory? It is basically used for discovering ideas. So imagine you are putting together a puzzle, but you don't have the box with the picture. You start with small pieces and slowly build a picture based on what fits. That's we do with the data. Start small, connect the dots. So with QuestionPro, you can approach data like building a puzzle. Start by tagging individual responses, group these tags into broader themes using platforms visualization tools, and then dig deeper to connect these themes into actionable insights, just like a building big picture from small pieces. On the other hand, when it comes to narrative approach, it is for understanding stories. So if you're listening to a story and you want to know what happened, who was involved, and how it ended, narrative analysis is about understanding the flow and the meaning behind those stories. So we can share lessons or unique experience. So if you are focusing on customer or employee stories, QuestionPro helps you to analyze the narrative. Third is the identifying patterns. So after when we have done the organizing the data, it's time to look for themes. So these are the main ideas or trends in the responses. So those themes are like the headlines of a story. They summarize what the data is telling us. So question pros, some tools are like analysis tools, text analysis tools, word cloud, or sentiment analysis that gives you a quick overview of recurring topics and emotions. So I will just give you a touch base on each and everything very quickly. So what is sentiment analysis? So sentiment analysis is a tool which allows you to assess the emotions tone of a response at a glance, whether the feedback is positive, neutral, negative. The platform highlights these sentiments so you can prioritize the areas that need attention. For example, if your customer feedback around the product is largely negative, So you can focus on the specific issues being raised, but it functionality, pricing, or customer service, and address them strategically. Word cloud, the second thing. The word cloud is like a feature which automatically highlights the recurring keywords from open ended responses. So if you're analyzing survey results about, suppose, an employee engagement, and words like growth, stress, flexibility frequently appear, this immediately tells you what's top on your mind of your respondents and make it easier to focus on the most talked about topics. We have trend charts. So with QuestionPro, you can compare data over time to spot patterns and changes in opinions or behaviors. So if you're running a quarterly employee satisfaction survey, and the trend charts can show you whether satisfaction is improving or declining or remaining stable, and which factors are driving those changes. That's called trend charts. And the last thing is custom filters and cross tab, which is, it's very important. Like if you can apply filters to focus on specific groups like demographics or regions, and use cross tab to see how different segments are responding. So it's like, for example, if you might discover that while overall customer satisfaction is high, a specific age group has recurring complaints about usability. These insights help you tailor your strategies effectively. So, just to end this, Question Pro is just isn't a survey tool. It's a full solution of making sense of your data by using the platform features. You can like discovers what's important to your audience, identify key themes and patterns in the feedback, and most importantly, take action based on clear data-driven insights. Over to you, Arun.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for such a detailed explanation, Arindam. Let's take a deep dive kind of thing into the technologies used in qualitative research, right? So let's understand how these tools and streamlining these workflows is going to help your research, right? So since I'm being in with Question Pro, I'm going to be a little biased about Question Pro tool itself, though please do not be biased on your research studies, okay? So let's talk about the Question Pro tool itself, right? We offer a comprehensive suite of tools for your qualitative research, from its robust survey platform that supports not just open-ended question. It also help you to integrate with different platforms as well, be it analysis features. We help you in collecting and analyzing your qualitative data efficiently. It's real time reporting, and also the visualization capabilities make it more easier to present your findings, right? Now, the other tools which I would like to talk about is the transcription software. We all have been into Zoom meetings, Google meetings, right? Even Teams meetings. And to have all seen, someone or the other using some kind of AI tools to get the transcription of that meeting itself, right? Tools like otter.ai or uh, Rev or Trent. Now, these transcription is critical step in qualitative research, right? To converting the audio or your video into text for analysis, right? This is where these tools like Otter AI or Rev or Trend comes into play. Why? Because they offer automated transcription services, saving you a significant amount of time. I'm going to take a little example of the Shelton's research here itself, because back then they were recording the video, and to analyze that data they will have to go through that entire video manually doing those transcription, right? With AI tools you don't have to, because you are saving a significant amount of time here by using transcription services provided by these AI tools. Now, these tools are quite accurate as well and can handle large volumes of data very efficiently. Now, few of the coding tools, right? Once your data is transcribed, the next step will be coding, where you categorize and tag data to identify any patterns and themes. Obviously, you can do that on Question Pro as well. The other softwares will be like NVivo and Atlas.ti. These are also popular choices for qualitative researchers. Now, these tools kind of provide you robust features for organizing and analyzing your data, making the process more manageable and more systematic. Right now, you would also require visualization platform. Now, visualization tools are those tools which help you in presenting your qualitative data in a comprehensible and impactful manner. Right, so we have QuestionPro BI, which will help you analyze your data and to present it in a very comprehensive manner. Now, other platforms will be platforms like DDoS and QDA Miner. They also offer various visualization options, such as word clouds, mind maps, and even charts, which can help you and your stakeholders better understand your data insights. Right now, the other thing which I want to talk about will be streamlining workflows. Let's talk about how integrating these tools can streamline your workflows. Right now, integrating tools for efficiency. Now, the key to efficiency in qualitative research lies in seamlessly integrating various tools. This is where also QuestionPro comes into picture, because with its research tool, with its survey tool, it is also capable. It enhances you and enables you to connect and integrate with different tools which you use. Now, to take an example, you can use a transcription services like Otter.ai to transcribe your interviews, right? Then import those transcription into tools like NVivo or Atlas.ti for coding and analysis. These tools in conjunction, you save time and you're also reducing the risk of errors, right? Now, end-to-end solution with QuestionPro. This is something which I would love to talk about. With QuestionPro, you have an end-to-end solution for your qualitative research. You can design surveys with open-ended questions, collect responses, which we will also help you if you have a particular or a niche pool of pool requirement or respondent requirement. uh, we can fulfill that too. Now, and you are not only designing it, we are also helping you to collect those responses and use QuestionPro's text analysis tools. Right, we have Pathos AI to for do sentiment analysis, and we have QuestionPro BI to visually present it. So we also help you identify those key themes and insights. Now, the platform also allows for, like I said, it's easily integratable with other softwares, which will ensure a smooth workflow from data collection to data analysis. Right now, efficiency and collaboration is also something which I want to talk about. Right, by streamlining workflows, you not only save time but also enhance collaboration. QuestionPro helps you do that as well. If you want to collaborate with other researchers or other researchers from other universities, wherever that researcher is in the world, you can research, share your research or study with that particular researcher by a click of a button called Share Survey. Right, coming back to the efficiency and collaboration, you're not only streamlining these workflows, right? You're saving time, enhancing collaboration. Tools other than QuestionPro like NVivo and Atlas DI also offer such features that allows multiple researchers to work on the same project simultaneously. It facilitates teamwork and ensures consistency in analysis. Visualization and reporting is other thing which I want to talk about. Now, visualization platforms and QuestionPro's reporting features help you create compelling presentations of your findings. This is particularly useful when you need to share insights with stakeholders who may not be familiar with the raw data but can appreciate visual summaries of your research. Now, to conclude what I talked about, technology plays a very pivotal role in enhancing the efficiency and the effectiveness of qualitative research, right? By leveraging transcription software, coding tools, visualization platforms, and integrating them into a cohesive workflow. You can streamline your research process and derive more insightful conclusions. Stands out here as a comprehensive solution for you, offering tools and features that support each stage of your qualitative research journey. Now, that being said, let's hear a little more about ensuring validity and reliability in your qualitative research from Arindam.
Thanks, Arun, again. And I think we have covered much in the technology, the analysis, and the best practices. So let's jump into the ensuring validity and reliability in qualitative studies. Uh, so it's more of uh, driving into a very essential topic, and we'll cover topics, the subtopics like the strategies and the common pitfalls. We are ensuring validity and reliability in qualitative research, which uh, while these terms may sound technical, but they are simply mean ensuring your study is trustworthy and accurate. So we also explore how QuestionPro tools can help you in this process and make your research more robust and reliable. So there are few things I want to touch base. Let's start with credibility. What is credibility? So it ensures your findings reflects participants' true experience. It's about making your research believable. You can say what's the strategies used in the for credibility. It's like triangulation. Use multiple sources for data. For instance, questions pro surveys and communities allow you to gather responses through varied formats like open-ended questions, video feedback, discussions, and ensuring diverse perspective. And with Question Pro Insight Hub, you can share findings directly with participants or stakeholders to verify if your interpretations resonates with them. The second is transferability. So it means like your findings are relevant in other contexts. You are not claiming universal truth, but providing enough detail for others to find parallels. So what's the strategy used in this? It's like text description. We have text analysis features which identify key themes from detailed participant responses. For example, when participants describe a workplace culture, you can present their insights with vivid descriptions supported by data trends. We also have Question Pro reporting, which is custom reporting, which enables tailored reports with rich visualizations to share detailed insights, making it easier to others to connect with their other researchers. Dependability. It ensures your study can be repeated under similar circumstances without consistent results. We what we use here the strategy is like audit trail. Use question pros survey versioning, which is to track changes over a period of time of your questionnaire. So it helps documents the evaluation of your research tools, ensuring transparency, and it automatically saves a new version of a survey each time a change is made. So users can preview and restore from a list of survey versions to ensure full control over edits and updates. Uh, we also have session recording. So if you're conducting qualitative interviews or focus groups, Question Pro allows for recording sessions, which like a live cast, which allows respondent to record a short video, like for 30 seconds or 45 seconds, of themselves answering survey questions. So the videos are then collected, transcribed, and analyzed to produce reports. And the last is confirmability, which it ensures your findings are shaped by participant data and not personal biases. Here the strategy is what we use here is like collaboration tools to share findings with team members. So this allow others to review your interpretations and challenge potential biases. And the AI-powered analytics and question flow can help reduce subjective bias by categorizing and quantifying emotions into participant responses. You can say we are going to focus on how. So this is completely the strategies what we have discussed. Now the second is the common pitfalls. So we will focus on how to avoid some of the common pitfalls in qualitative research because it's qualitative research, as we know, it's all about understanding experience and capturing deep insights. But there are few mistakes that researchers often make. So let's talk about those mistakes in a simple way, and also how Question Pro tools can help you to avoid them and enhance your quality of work. So let's first cover the bias. I've covered 3 points. The first is like over reliance on one data source. As I talked about the data triangulation, it's like what this is a common pitfall, and it's depending too much on a single data source, like only conducting interviews or using only survey data. So relying on one source may limit your perspective and lead to bias or incomplete findings. So how you can avoid this? Like it's gathering data from multiple sources, as simple as that. For example, if you are studying customer satisfaction, combine insights from open-ended responses, interviews, and online reviews. Second is a lack of clear context. So another pitfall is failing to provide enough context. If you don't clearly describe the setting, the participants, and the circumstances, your findings may be misinterpreted or applied to other situations. So to avoid this, always provide rich descriptions of your research environment and participants. Uh, think of it like a painting a picture of your audience so they can understand where, who your insights come from. So QuestionPro, we provide, like as I discussed with you, the text analysis. So it's very important tool. You can identify common themes in participant responses. This can guide you in capturing key context around your research topic, and it give you a detailed account of participant experience and setting. The last one is the failing to capture full range of responses. So sometimes what happens, researchers focus on a few responses or themes that seems more interesting and overlook other critical insights. So that may be harder to categorize or less obvious. To avoid this, you should analyze all data comprehensively. Look for patterns, but also pay attention to the smaller details that might provide new insights. So use AI powered sentiment analysis. I think we have already covered this thing, but it's very important. It capture underlying emotions and patterns in text responses that may not be immediately apparent. So it allows you to gain deeper understanding of participants' sentiments and experience beyond surface level answers. So that's comes under the biases. The next thing is overgeneralization. So let's first understand what is overgeneralization. It's like it occurs when researchers draw broad conclusions from a limited data. So, for example, if you interview 10 employees from one company and conclude all your employees in that industry feel the same way, that's
Yeah,
overgeneralization. So,
correct.
while qualitative research is not about statistical generalization, it's still essential to be cautious about the scope of your claims. So, how to sidestep overgeneralization? So, you have to acknowledge your sample's limitations. Be clear about who your participants are, what they represent. If your study focuses on a specific group, so make sure your conclusions are framed around that group. Avoid making sweeping statements like all employees or everyone feels this way. Second is focus on context. Qualitative research is about depth, not breadth. Instead of generalizing, highlight the unique context of your study. Show how specific factors such as location, culture, or organizational environment influence your findings. You can use tools like heat maps or geolocation data to provide context rich insights, make your findings more grounded and specific. Uh, you can use also representative sampling, which is in qualitative research. It often involves smaller sample sizes, which ensures that your sample includes a variety of perspectives relevant to your research questions. The fourth one is avoid absolute in your conclusion. So use languages that reflects the exploratory nature of qualitative research. Instead of saying this is how people think, say this is how these participants express their views in the context. And the last one, again, it's very important. Data sources. So you have to incorporate multiple data collection methods to ensure your findings are robust and well grounded. So to conclude this thing, overgeneralization is an easy trap to fall into. So, but with careful attention to context, sampling, and methodology, it can be avoided. So tools which QuestionPro provides and it help you document your process, capture diverse perspective, and ensures your conclusions are accurate and reliable. So remember, qualitative research is about depth, not sweeping claims. So stay true to your data, and your findings will speak for themselves. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Arindam. That was very insightful. So now, you know, just like our one of the leading researcher in the anthropologist field, Zora says, research is formalized. It's a formalized curiosity, right? It is poking and prying with a purpose, right? Now, that being said, we would love to hear about any questions which you have from audience. We would love to respond to that. And also, if you would love to learn about, Question Pro and how we have helped many researchers with their qualitative research, please do feel free to drop in a message at edu@questionpro.com. If you guys have any questions, please do post it on our comments channel. We would be we would love to answer all those. Yes, Nirmal, this is a live telecast. Yes, we will make this PPT available once our call is done today, and this video recording will be available in Question Pro's YouTube channel. So please do feel free to check all our previous two episodes as well. It's going to help all the researchers gather immense knowledge because Mahesh Pillai was also there. Any questions, guys? Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Rich. Nirmal, yes, just to point out, yes, you made a brilliant point about Power BI. Yes, Question Pro BI is also the same. It's almost same like Power BI itself, but Question Pro BI will be only for surveys. Question Pro BI is only for surveys, not Power BI. That is a great question, Evelyn. I would recommend to learn more about, what informed consent and observational methods. This is a very good question. It has been explained by Mahesh Pillai. Rather than me answering, I would highly recommend if you could watch our previous video of navigating the IRB process with Question Pro. Mahesh has answered this question, and I think it will make more sense when it comes from him. So if you could watch that video, I will highly appreciate that. All right, everyone. I think that's all the questions we have. That being said, we will wait for a few more minutes and we will end this. Hey Malvika, thank you for asking this. How do we ensure diversity in your focus group participants, right? This is why we have our audience group. Okay? We have services called as hobbies, wherein we maintain a panel of over 22 million participants for your research study. We use demographics of the focus groups to kind of ensure, the diversity in your focus groups. It also involves cultural, ethnical, poverty line. All those are included, and that's how we ensure there is diversity in your focus group participants.
I think Kelly has a question. So, yeah, yes, Kelly, you can watch the recording in YouTube. You have to follow Question Pro in YouTube, and you can watch all our videos. Like this is our third in row. You can watch our two prior videos, and you can get all the things over there.
All right, Malvika has one more question here. Which qualitative data collection method do we use most often, right? I would say our Pathos AI is a great, that is where we kind of, uh, use qualitative data collection. And yes. All right, everyone, we will wait for 2 more minutes.
Yep.
We still have people on our channel. So, uh, and just to give you one more uh, information, just I remembered, I'm sorry, Malvika, for Pathos AI is our own proprietary AI tool. If you would like to learn more about us, please do ping us on, for everyone, please do ping us on edu@questionpro.com. We can set up a call, we can dig deeper into everything which we have talked about and more about Question Pro. Thank you again for everyone for joining our third episode of our ongoing academic webinar series. Please do follow us on LinkedIn and Question Pro the YouTube channel. We will be coming live on for our next webinar on the 8th of January. We will be hosting our webinar series on the second Wednesday of every month. So please do uh, subscribe onto our LinkedIn Question Pro channel. Keep yourself updated. We'll see you soon.